Hi, welcome back to Wall Street Confidential. I'm Deborah Borchardt. I'm talking with Jim Cramer, and we're looking at the home retailers. Lowe's came out, not surprisingly, really had
right. Not surprising. I think
numbers.
that's correctly put.
And you know, you've got two big names out there. You've got Home Depot and Lowe's. Now, Lowe's really kind of went after that, kind of impulse area, the appliances, the pretty lights, and the pretty things.
Well,
and that.
it had a good feel. I mean, it's got a very good feel to it versus Home Depot.
Very nice.
They went after the woman consumer. That's really what Mr. Niblock told me. I would emphasize this. One is that we're still too bullish in this group. The analysts are, because the number cuts were big. But two, and this is probably the most important thing, we have not had the capitulation and the crash of other hardware stores, other stores to buy what Lowe's sells. Everybody's hanging on. Ultimately, why you would buy Lowe's, and this was what they would tell you in all the great moves that they've made. It used to be a small regional company.
Right.
It's always done in a time of sheer tension and chaos. But no one's going out of business, so they can't take share. If they can't take share, they can't have scale. If they can't scale, you see these kinds of numbers. I mean, JCPenney put out some guidance today, makes them very problematic, Macy's, but those are not the competitors to Lowe's.
No.
And Home Depot's here to stay. Can Sears have problems? Of course, but what you really need to see is bankruptcies. And without bankruptcies, Lowe's model's not going to work, and the numbers are going to remain too high, even the ones they cut to today.
Bankruptcies in home builders? Bankruptcies in...
No, more bankruptcies in retail, general retail. Because bankruptcy in home builders, Lowe's needs at least home sales, if not new homes. I mean, Lowe's is not a provider of new homes. That's Whirlpool. Whirlpool stock continues to shrink in value. This is a terrible time for retail, but the retailers themselves don't seem to want to call it quits. So you have a lot of competition with Lowe's, and everybody cuts price, and no one makes any money.
What about the stimulus? We've got a little bit of credits there for home.
It's going over the mortgage package as part of the work I do for MainStreet.com now. I do a lot of personal finance here, and it's just a personal finance. It's not stock stuff, but it's just about like what mortgages are going to do because we have Banking My Way, and the plan's a good one. It doesn't do what I want. I want cut principal. I've gone on realmoney.com what to do, but it involves refinancing. Now, the interests that are against refinancing, meaning that the people who are servicers for these collateralized debt obligations are really in the way. But yes, if you could see a refinancing boom, if you could see mortgage rates go down to 4, maybe the government just gets involved. I've been saying for an 18-month period and gives everyone the right, everyone, not just the people who are in trouble, 4% they couldn't refinance. Then Lowe's would be a huge buy.
Yeah,
that would be a huge buy.
But until we see that,
you've got it. If you see it coming, you're going to have to buy Lowe's. I don't like the market. I haven't liked the market for some time. But if I see the government getting in a major way, and providing mortgages at 4% and refinance at 4%, in other words, no longer the moral hazard that Rick Santelli's worried about, the guy I work with at CNBC, then Lowe's and Home Depot are buys.
That's what I was going to ask you. Lowe's
They're
or
both
Home Depot?
buys.
Lowe's and Home Depot.
Stephanie Link and I at Action Alerts have been constantly debating the Home Depot dividend, which is above 4. No conclusions yet.
Okay, great. Thank you, Jim.
Thank
this
you,
is Deborah. Stay tuned for more at thestreet.com.